care?
You going to move to Miami? What up, Blake?
I think so. I think so.
Ooh,
How you
okay.
doing, Blake?
What's your timeline for that, Sawyer?
Probably in the next 4 to 8 months.
Can someone drop the link for the tournament challenge thing in the chat?
Come on, G-Body. All right, I just put in the chat.
What do you guys do with shoes that deliver to you used? So you can sell them on eBay, sell them locally, or just write it off depending on how used it is.
Okay, yeah.
Donate.
So we got 113 entrances so far. We got some celebrities in there too. Oh yeah, Joe Funk. Fuck yeah. Yeah, Joe Funk, Chris Carson, B Flips, Uncle Flips picks are huge in there too.
Who did Billy pick to win?
You can't see yet. It doesn't start. To avoid insider trading, they don't let you see. Till it's in there. Drew Mihal's in there. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's funny because we'll be able to give updates on that as like it develops too.
This is awesome. You guys got a good amount of people on here.
Yeah, I have this group chat of female coaching students, and I forced them all to do it too. Okay, let's see who else we got in here.
Well, I already know who I'm picking. I can just put them instantly into the finals.
Let's see. Okay, who else? Yeah, we got. This is a star-studded lineup here. Yeah. Oh, Cooper's in there. Vibes, Keith English. I know him on Twitter as well. Let's see. Cole in there. Let's see. Oh, Tony. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, Wi-Fi's in there. Yes, sir. Okay, cousin Wi-Fi in the cut.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm just so curious in terms of who all these people picked.
Yeah, well, we'll be able to see. Yeah. Okay, Scott's in there. Nicholas Melham. Yep. Vibes.
Peter.
Oh, Peter.
Yeah.
Yep. Vibes. Okay, so Peter was one of the first to put in then. Chanda's in there. Chanda. I told Chanda she's from Tennessee. I told her to pick Tennessee to go all the way. Oh, G-Body, you are in there.
Yeah.
I just made it.
Oh, okay. So maybe this is who joined recently. Okay. Either way, it's good banter. Oh, Nick's in there. I know Nick. Yep. He's up in New York. Yeah, vibes. Okay, here we go. All right. Should I use manufacturer barcode? I like print your own, honestly. Nike emailing me saying don't keep submitting. Nope, they're saying don't keep submitting the same info. Luckily, you can really easily submit new info if you want to.
Question: how early is Purdue going to lose again this year?
Because didn't they were a 15-2 and then a 16-1.
The past couple of years they've been getting freaking railed.
Yeah.
So Sawyer, give us the lowdown. How was it being on a panel, sharing the stage with some massive 8-figure, 9-figure sellers?
That was pretty wild. It was some absolute beasts up there. It's literally like all 8 and 9-figure sellers up there, pretty much. A lot of the questions were more towards like managing and operating a warehouse, which I was kind of surprised to hear. So I was supposed to be in the section of like OA to wholesale and making that transition. And it was a lot of higher level questions, which I honestly wasn't really expecting. But it was a lot of stuff like, hey, I run a prep center. I'm looking to hire a manager. Like, where do you guys recommend to hire from? And stuff like that. But it was really cool being up there with all those guys.
Because you only it was one stage for the entire hour and a half, right?
Yeah, everyone was sitting up there together. So it was me, Kaj, Watch Me Amazon, 1000 ASINs.
Josh, right? Josh.
Yeah, Josh, he's a beast.
So did you
Amazon Lit
to jump in and like give your own 2 cents at all, or you just kind of?
Yeah, I did on some stuff. On other stuff, like all the warehouse stuff, I was like, I run a warehouse. It did not go well. I'm gonna let those guys take all the questions on that.
So what was the question and your favorite answer that you provided?
That's a good one. It would probably be someone asking like which categories to go to and telling them to avoid looking at clothing and shoes for wholesale. It was a bunch of stuff. I honestly don't even really remember. It was like probably 10 different questions.
Yeah, that's awesome though.
Yeah, it was some good stuff.
Here we go. So Derek says, I live near Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, and a few other outlets. How feasible is hitting up a few times a week? So Sawyer, tell us about your experience hitting the outlets a few times a week in the early days.
I was hitting I was going across state lines, hitting 2 outlets a day for weeks.
That stuff
I
is
did that over years as well. Like I would go probably 3 to 4 times a week, both stores, and run it up. So you could definitely do it.
yeah, and you would bring bodies with you to get across the
Yep.
quantity limits.
Yep.
That's the best term in all of reselling is
Yeah.
calling the people that were nice enough to come to the store with you to buy extra product, just calling them bodies.
Bodies, yeah.
Joni, what's up? Solid BSR. The other sellers keep about 3 in stock. My immediate urge is to buy 5 to 10.
No, that Juan, never worry about stock counts. If
Yeah.
stock counts are too high, the price is going to be going down. If the price is stable or going up, it's not too many sellers.
And also the 3 is probably just their maximum order quantity. I don't think you can actually see accurately how much they have in stock if they have that max quantity.
Yep.
And they actually took away being able to see if other people have max order quantities on them as well. So, Sora, do you want to walk through some of the Nike Outlet specific tips? I'll go like back and forth with you on them because this is stuff like all you guys, if you have a Nike Outlet within like 45 minutes to an hour, like that can be a really good revenue and profit source. And if there's a Nike Outlet, there's almost certainly going to be a Puma, Adidas, Under Armour, Converse outlet as well.
Yeah, so right off the bat, for discounts and saving money, 15% in-app Nike coupon. You get to one-time use codes. You need to make new accounts in the store if you want to have more uses on that promo. That is an essential at the outlet. That turns outlets from good to absolutely amazing. And another thing as well, tax exempt. If you have an LLC set up, you can get tax exempt really, really easily. They'll take it, no problem. And sometimes you'll stack it with 15% and boom, you're saving like 20, 22% there, depending on what state you're in. One of my golden rules for the outlet, if you're a first timer or if you're new, scan literally everything in the store, all the accessories, all the clothing, just get a feel for what's moving, what's not moving. And I'll let you take some more tips, Miles.
Sure. Yeah. So the stuff you see on the back wall that doesn't have a box lid, don't buy that unless you're going to ask the employees if they have any with the box lids.
Yep.
Or if they have, or if you're prepared to buy bulk of branded boxes, which is a little bit more advanced stuff. The clearance clothing racks are typically really good in general. Anything that ends in 0.97 is going to be pretty much clearance. And then you guys got to remember to stack on that 15% new account. Your limit per day these days is 30 items per day and a max of 5 per item per person, though. So eventually to scale that, you just pay people to come with you. And such. So, yeah, I mean, that's a really good place. Like Garrett and I actually met the second time we hang out. We went to the Nike Outlet.
Really?
Yeah, we fully maxed because my parents' car was getting worked on. So and there's right near the dealership was right near the house.
That's right. That's why we ate Chipotle at the dealership. It makes. I've been wondering why we were just sitting in the yard.
Bro, I think of that every time I drive on 422. Every time I drive on 422. I'm told we cannot input ASINs without ungating or shipping. Well, yeah, but without ungating or shipping, the ASINs don't do any good for you in the first place. So yeah, how many bodies did you have? Yeah, exactly.
I had like 4.
If you are actually working, you are not getting bored. You'll wait. Okay. Just you were getting bored.
I haven't been bored in years.
I was just about to say, I don't even remember what it's like to be bored.
The only time I'll get bored is like a Saturday night when like my 8 o'clock cancels or like the people I was going to hang out with like aren't around. Then I'm like, all right, like, yeah.
Then you go into the dungeons of YouTube basketball YouTube.
Dude, I haven't even done that in years, man. That basketball YouTube is the best place on earth.
Yeah.
But good. Well, so so Angel says, how should I go about a variation that has a low review count but good oscillation on the offer counts? It's probably just a newer variation. That's why it has a low percent. The offer count oscillation is exponentially more important than like review count and such.
Anyways, to see the quantity. Oh, I think you just touched that, right?
Yeah.
How's Miami? Miami is awesome, man.
Yeah, it was awesome. Great. Okay, fees with prep. The same way, Matthew. You got to play with the settings, create some shipments on your account from their address. Yep. Obviously, don't pay for the shipments and see what comes out to the optimal shipping cost.
This is a good question. What are the actual keeps moving supplies you need to start doing Amazon FBA? Other than the seller account, keep
Nothing. If you had orders, you go to Walmart and you buy packages. That's pretty much it. get some free shipping supplies from USPS and UPS. Go to the link in the description to do all the auto ungate ASINs as well. That's a free list. It's going to be great for you guys. A lot of like Walmart private label brands even will be auto ungate, which is amazing because you can literally just rock and roll in on that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as complicated as you think. Keep it simple. You don't need a fancy printer. Just use your LaserJet printer. Just use the 30 up FBA labels, and just keep it as lean and mean as possible. And when the volume, and then ultimately when the volume kind of suggests you iterate, then you kind of improve your processes.
What if SellerAmp doesn't recognize an item? There's a good chance it's probably not a good item on Amazon if the barcode doesn't scan. You can always manually look it up though on just typing in the name of it on SellerAmp too if you think it might be good. Can I remove it if it doesn't sell and send FBA? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then there's also going to be examples where you FBM and FBA the same thing. Yep. No, Juan, SellerAmp doesn't show that. The way you're going to gauge velocity for a specific variation is going to be looking at the offer count essentially, right? So like how the offer count's moving on that specific item on that Kiva chart. So I'm going to show you guys an example of that here. All right, I always use this Core Vision. Do you recommend getting a thermal printer? Yes, however, it's definitely not necessary. It's a luxury, not a necessity.
Make sure you get those labels for free from UPS as well.
Yes.
I do that every time.
So Keepa has this nice variations tab right here. We're going to use that. So we're going to go here. And then now what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to see how the variations all compare to each other once this loads here. So if we look right here, we can filter top to bottom to see which has the most reviews, which in general is which sells the quickest. However, much more importantly is going to be this offer count tab right here. Now you got to move your guys around so you match mine here. But we can see this clearly sells considering the offer count has really nice oscillation. But if we scroll all the way down, we're going to see a lot more slower ones here. Like this sells a lot less, most likely based on the offer count oscillation. Right. And there's obviously going to be some good ones down here because some variations were created at different times. Right. But like, some of these, like, for example, this listing sells pretty slow. Meanwhile, this listing sells all the time.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like the review count is way less important than offer count oscillation, I would say. But yeah, that's how you're going to gauge. It's like the way I like to decide what variations to look up is to filter top to bottom by buy box price. And then look up anything that has nice offer count oscillation, like this view, for example, here. And that's actually $121 and it has a buy box. Now, obviously, stuff without a buy box can still be fine. But we can probably find this profitable one. It was stable too. Holy crap. All right.
Trang, the offer count is the amount of sellers on the listing. Yeah. So when you see it going down, that means people are selling out of that product.
All right. This is profitable here. Check this out. Shout out Hibbit here. Shit. Right. Oh, there's a couple sides out of stock. Hibbit has a new account 15% code. You can just find on Google though. If we go here, look up Hibbit new account 15. Bada bing right there. Bada bing. 15% welcome offer right here. So we can go here. 75, take off 15%. Boom. $30 profit, 40% ROI. That's a damn good OA product, ladies and gents. Cool. All right. How many times should I go per month? As many as possible.
It depends on how much you have to spend. You'll spend your money quick if you're going like multiple times a week and you're bringing people.
That's awesome, Frank. Yeah, just go a couple times and you're going to not make a lot at the start because you got to get good. You got to learn the store. You got to dig into some of the nuance and such. But eventually it should be a couple $100 profit each visit.
Michelle's Fly, what's going on?
Yeah. So text now and Google Voice, Matthew. Do you guys look for seasonal stuff or just things cheaper? I mean, seasonal stuff's great. It's going to be a lot more scarce than just products that are good all the time, like big brands. Like seasonality matters a lot less than most people think on different products.
But the cool thing is when you do find those sorts of seasonal stuff, use the SellerAmp to make a sheet, right? An Easter sheet, Thanksgiving, Christmas. So you can continue to go back to that well and use that and kind of compound that effort year after year. Yeah, because if you look at the Keepa graphs, what's up?
We've done that a ton. Like every Q4, we have like at least 30 ASINs that are year over year replans that we're spending tens of thousands.
Of course, right? And a lot of the stuff, if you go back in the years past, the buy box kind of increases to the same threshold. The sales rank decreases to the same threshold. So you can start to use and kind of benefit from the work of prior years. And that's when you can kind of see that compounding growth of the business.
Have site. Can you elaborate on auto checkout bots? No, don't use an auto checkout bot. Just place a bunch of orders, Victoria. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely possible in the UK. Yeah, people buy stuff on Amazon in the UK like crazy. Oh, Jen, appreciate it. Appreciate
Jules,
it.
what's up? What's up?
Yeah, when are you and Jules going to the Chipotle and the Nike out?
We
Right?
might have to do that this weekend.
Yeah.
I feel like that
Jules, DM me on
that link has been
Twitter.
Yeah, far.
I've been traveling so much recently.
yeah.
Yeah, you were Oregon maxing, Miami maxing, Vegas maxing. Yeah.
Did you see Casey's in Wyoming now?
Lit. I thought he was in Miami. Like, I think I was supposed to have lunch with him
Me too.
yesterday. Like,
Oh, you didn't link up with him?
I saw him when you saw him, and I saw him at the conference too. I meant yesterday.
No, yesterday he texted.
I know I fucked up. Like I wasn't thinking. And they came. No, so they're like 4 by 5.5 or 4 1/4 by 5.5. They work. They work regardless. Yeah. Of course. How can I tell if my SKU levels are clear enough? Don't overthink it. You know, like if they're good, look good, they look good. My friend wants to join too. What is promo rebate? Not sure what you mean by that. How can I tell are clear enough to be scanned? Texas, it'll be very clear if they're not clear enough to be scanned. Okay, Marquise, add in 70 cents per pound in your selling shipping settings. Where you were at and what got you guys into selling on Amazon. So, yeah, honestly, what got me to where I am is showing up every day and making friends with people that are on the same mission. I got into selling on Amazon because I really like selling shoes, and it seemed like a next step that made sense.
Yep, same exact thing with me. I was selling shoes. A couple of the guys who I was selling a lot of pairs with and talking to a lot were like, yo, Amazon is selling crazy right now. There's tons of volume on there. And I was like, bet I'll give it a try.
How'd you find it, Garrett? I can't remember.
Just randomly on social media. I'm one of the few cases that didn't really have any like business experience prior. I was just like a 9-to-5 slave, worked at a restaurant on the weekends. COVID came, weekends opened up, and found the Reezy video at some point.
What will you do if you start from zero in the UK? So I'll link this video for you guys. It's just like how to go 0 to 10K a month on Amazon. It's the exact same thing for the UK.
So yeah, how'd you get into shoes at such an early age?
I just always like shoes like Jordans and Yeezys and stuff like that. And one thing I noticed is every Yeezy was selling for at least double the money. And I was like, okay, I need to really try on this retail drop. So I got a few pairs, flipped them super quick. And I was like, okay, this makes sense. So then I started with like some Supreme and stuff like that, throwing in the mix as well. But it was like back then, it was just everything was selling for like double the price, like for Yeezys and a lot of the hyped up Jordans and stuff like that.
Do you remember like the very first conversation when you were like 13, 14 with your parents? And when you were like, yeah, this is like something that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I was like, let me get your credit card and run up these Yeezys. Let me get as many as possible, and I promise I'll make money.
Isn't it crazy to think about though, like the alternative? Because most parents, that's like an like explicable, like for my parents, if I was 13, 14, granted, I didn't earn that sort of right, but like if I was 13, my parents would have been like, heck no. Like absolutely not. You're not touching the credit card. You know what I'm saying? Like how scary is that? I mean, obviously you would have figured out a way to win otherwise, but like, isn't that crazy to think about?
Yeah, it really is. And when I bought them too, I was more scared than they were. I got like 4 or 5 pairs. I'm like, holy shit, I just spent $1,000. Like,
when the irony is that you could have just returned them, you know.
Exactly.
There's so many things where like you get it validated.
Yeah.
I've been shopping the Under Armour sale for the last few days. Yeah, there's profitable stuff on there, especially when you tack on the extra 30% from the Capital One shopping code. Can you explain how to use Google Voice or text out? Yeah, they'll have instructions on their website, man. They just give you, or you get additional phone numbers, basically. Is Owlet's a waste of time just trying to do these? Oh, dude, no, not at all, Frank. Dude, all right, shit. Okay, Frank, you're a beast already, man. Yeah, dude, let's get some more bread. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's a great idea. But you also like if you just double down on OA, you'll get the same result, honestly. But yeah,
the cool thing is like
for sure.
Especially with OA, you already have a sense of like what is selling, right? What sorts of things you're looking for, the type of products, right? What the keeper graphs are that you're looking for. You've authenticated a lot of that, right? So now it's just kind of a mission of like acquiring products in different ways, whether it be RA, wholesale, continuing to scale OA, right? The main lever is going to be your spend. It's going to be your how much capital can you deploy week after week, month after month. Oh, Jules is laying down the gauntlet. He says, "I'm
Wait,
done
Jules,
waiting."
Jules.
Jules, have you made your can I get some ones in the chat if you guys have done your brackets yet? We have the Amazon seller bracket challenge.
I
It's
just
free
did
to
mine.
enter, right? It's linked down below, right? So drop a one if you've done that. Like y'all got to get on that. Let's say someone's what is the ROI? Probably 15 to 20. Okay, Connor did it. Pete did it. Hell yeah.
Peabody, who do you have? Who do you have winning?
Pete probably picked Wisconsin.
Yeah.
What are they? I just saw them. I think they're like a 4 seed, 5 seed.
What's up, Aiden?
Three menaces. Oh, what up, Aaron?
No, Marquette going to win because you know who beat Marquette 4 times this year? Just out of curiosity, UConn, baby.
Dude, like I saw this thing on Twitter. I don't really see much basketball stuff on Twitter, but it was like current blue bloods, or it was like historical blue bloods, and it was like UConn, Kansas, Duke, and like Villanova,
UNC,
whatever. Yeah, UNC. And then it was like current blue bloods, and it was like Kansas, UNC, like Villanova, and like Purdue and like Marquette. And someone quote tweeted like, "What the fuck did Marquette do?"
Yeah, they're always the second fiddle in the Big East.
How did you? Okay. Oh, Connor's from UConn too. I used the autofill. Yeah, that's good banter, John. Yeah. Cool. 4 times is crazy. Yeah. Where can I find the ASIN for variations out of stock? I already bought those. Okay. So, Andy, if you have it in hand, scan the barcode. Otherwise, go on the variation wizard.
Did you establish a prize for the winner, like a free call or something?
Yeah, we're doing 30-minute calls. Yeah.
For the top
Do you need to buy Keepa if you have seller app? You want to have some of the features, man. I'd recommend having both. Yeah. Out of stock variations are a tough one. You can use the variation wizard, or if it's in hand, you can scan the barcode. That's why a lot of listings that get revived that were previously out of stock are from people finding them RA.
Or just use Keeper Product Finder. You can pull up the ASIN that way as well. If you plug in the title into the text filter, it'll bring up that entire listing.
It doesn't always work. You want to show an example of that though, because that's really, I would love for people to know how to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you get higher credit limits too, TGC. Yeah, get that out, G-Body. That's a good topic. Twitter.
Do you guys join up like this often? Miles streams every single day.
Every single day. Yep.
First of all, you guys can check out the winning bracket real quick, right? We'll give you a little sneak.
Okay, let's see. All right.
Bang, 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 bang.
Wait, hold up. You have a 15 seed in the Sweet 16?
Yeah, screw it. Why not? Grand Canyon's
damn, Oregon in the Elite Eight. Interesting.
Oh yeah, I had no. I was clicking buttons other than UConn.
No, Toronto. That's a fake account. Okay, let's see. New Mexico over Clemson. That's an 11-6 that I picked up too. Good OA websites for Nike. You shouldn't be looking for websites to source. You should be looking for products to source as a beginner. Yeah, you can use Keepa and SellerAmp internationally. All right, G-Body, show us here. Do Court Visions. Like Nike Court Vision.
Paste the title in private chat.
All right.
All right, so say I had a specific link, right? So in this case, you can type in Court Vision, and then doing that, it's going to kind of scour the entire Amazon catalog for these specific words in the title, right? So now we have 2600s, right? So it wouldn't necessarily be that many. Let's see if Miles helped us out here.
Yeah, Nike Court Vision, yeah.
It's still 1700, so still not incredibly helpful. But regardless, even if we weren't looking for a particular product, we can come down here, and this is the live offer filter, and this is really going to be the bread and butter. All right, so if we max each FBA and FBM out at 0, we're going to be left with the 11 ASINs that don't have any offers. Again, keeping in mind the parameter that we use, which was Nike Court Vision.
Wait, hold up. So that means you could search for Nike listings that currently have only FBM sellers and no FBA sellers. Something to think about, fellas.
Correct. We were doing a lot of that in the Q4. Same thing, right? So if I took out the title and wanted to span out to entire Nike, I could do that as well. But anyways, this is where the sauce is, right? So obviously we have all these listings, and this was probably the one that Miles was talking about that has no offers, right? And the cool thing is, right, we can pull up any of these keeper graphs. Well, that one actually looks like it has an. Oh, that's Amazon. Right here.
Yes, yeah.
And so this one's actually really, really interesting, right? Because if you notice, if you start to actually intuitively look at this, what's actually happening, right? We saw someone come in stock here and went out of stock, right? We saw someone come in stock here and went out of stock. Someone went out of stock right here. Someone went out of stock right here. Someone went out of stock right here. Now, the cool thing is, we also know that CSR sales is probably not that smart of a seller because they came in stock with a couple of units sold out quick, but they should have come in at like 113, 150.
Yeah, charge them the moon. Charge people the moon.
120.
Yeah.
Right, because we could see right here someone bought the last unit at 99, just like someone bought, I guess the same price, 88, right? So we can kind of go back and tell, just like here, someone went out of stock at 113, 199. So there's no reason for this seller to be coming in with the units that they have at 80, and it kind of shows that, they kind of went out of stock really quick, right? So that's kind of the analytical process. And finally, now you're going to ask, all right, well, what's the ASIN? All over here in one of these columns, Keepa gives us the ASIN, right? So it's right here. If that's the same line item that I was talking about, it is. And so you just plug this into like the add a product filter, or the page in Amazon, and you're good to go. Now, again, you want to make sure you're pricing aggressively. Same thing with right here, right? We can kind of dissect what's going on. Bang, bang. They lost $20 right here, or like $30. Bang, bang, bang. So it's something like this, right? If you were to find this, someone came in and out of stock at 93. If you were to find this, you know exactly where you're going to price, right? 149.99, because 1, 2, 3, 4 examples of people going in and out of stock really quick at that price point. There's no reason why to be pricing at 119. This one's actually probably pretty easy to find because it's been in stock for so long and it just went out of stock.
That's a beautiful skew right there. That's a beautiful skew.
And again, we're not going to come in and price at 92. We're probably going to come in and price at 130, 120, right? Because we control the market. There's no one else in stock. We control the market with whatever stock we do have. And we're able to kind of be aggressive with our pricing. Now, the cool thing is where the search gets really interesting. Say we wanted to expand it a bit, right? We take off this filter right here. Now, your next question is, okay, well, how do I qualify based on velocity, right? There's no offers. But if we think about what we know as Amazon sellers, right, the sales rank is cumulative. So I can still qualify listings based on velocity, knowing that the sales rank is going to really be an indication of the entire listings movement, the entire listings velocity. So I'm looking for here sales ranks of maximum 50,000. Again, with the same sort of scope that we used before with the 0 and 0. Well, now if I come down here and plug in my favorite brand, well, that makes it super interesting, right? Because now I have 226 products that are out of stock on listings that are getting a lot of attention. Granted, they may not be the absolute fastest moving variations, but if I'm willing to bet, right, in a listing that moves that much, right, 25K sales rank, it's a lot of people are seeing it. I'm going to take my chances when I'm the only one in stock that I can be able to get some sales on something like this, right, where bang, bang, bang. 3 people went out of stock in the past 2 days, 3 days. And then it looks like Amazon came in stock right here. This would actually be a good A-to-A opportunity, buying them out of stock at 30, listing them at 60. And that's that's an easy one. So that was probably exactly what someone did right here. Bought them out at 30. And I'm sure if you come on here in a couple of days, they'll be up here at 60.
CSM brand review. You just got to submit what they want and make it really clear on it. That will happen if you're doing any sort of volume every now and again. If I can get, yeah, of course you can, Brian. All big websites, man, definitely. Carry, it's just a volume game, honestly. Buy box is an indicator of transaction price, not the buy box listing. Not dollar. It's the same exact amount. Like, if the buy box is where the sales are going, so the buy box price is the same thing as where the sales are going. Yeah. What are some as unframeable when reverse sourcing? Yeah, so stuff that'll qualify a lead as bad is price shooting down, offer count shooting up, or sales rank too high. Those are like the 3 main pillars. So it either doesn't sell quick enough, the price is going down, or the competition's shooting up, or it's just not profitable as well.
Torrena
And it just
asks,
doesn't move fast.
where can I hire someone to help me with my discrepancy that I can focus on my product? I hired Carbon6 a couple days ago, but didn't like it. Yeah, so you can hire a virtual assistant from onlinejobs.ph. They're happy with about like $3 to $6 an hour, and you can train them on how to like download the invoices and submit to Amazon. Carbon6, I like a pretty good amount. It's seller investigators. I'm happy with their service. I'm not really sure what you didn't like about it, but that's what I would personally do.
Cool, sweet. All right, guys, I'm gonna go play basketball. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I've been declined using Frontier Co-op twice. Resubmit. I got declined for Converse 7 times with Champs, and then it
Wait,
worked.
Miles, did you see the video I put of Danny in the chat of him bricking?
Oh, you put in the chat. Oh, yeah, that shit was funny. Yeah, all right, guys, get ready for the bracket challenge. It's free. It's linked in the description. It starts tomorrow. If you're completely new, watch my watch the YouTube video I'm about to link. It's just how to go 0 to 10K a month on Amazon. It's nice blueprint for y'all right there. And hopefully my jump shot's better than it has been today, which it will be great. I declined, gave up, and randomly got him. Whatever works, brother.